Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Storytime with Emily. Sit back, relax, grab a cup of tea, and get ready to take a journey with me. This story goes back to my sophomore year of college. I used to go to the University of Pittsburgh, and my roommate was a huge, Pitt football fan, and I went to a branch campus. So she convinced me to go get tickets. My dad was all about how you had to get tickets and everything, and I had to go to a game, even though he hates Pitt, but that's a whole nother story. So we got on a bus. It drove us to Pittsburgh. We watched the game. Now, it was all fine. I loved it. I love spending time with her. She's one of my favorite people in the world. I miss her to death. But she is hardcore Pitt. Hardcore Pitt. I grew up hardcore Penn State. And if you know anything about Pitt and Penn State, they hate each other. They are rival schools. Football games are ridiculous. They don't even play each other anymore. But fall 2016, baby, it's gonna happen, and I'm so excited. Anyway, so I had only been to one college game before this, which, shock, surprise, was a Penn State game. Now, again, rival teams. I go into the Pitt Stadium, which is actually at the Heinz Stadium, which is where the Steelers play. So that was pretty freaking cool. I was sitting here oh my god, I see this on TV all the time. And so we're watching the Pitt game, and we're the Panthers, and Penn State's the Mountain Lion. And all of a sudden, we got a touchdown, and there was a roar. And I turned to my friend, and I'm like, that's the same roar that Penn State uses, right? And the look she gave me, and literally everything that happened at the Pitt game, I was like, oh, Penn State does that. Oh, Penn State does that too. This is weird. It's like going to a Penn State game, but it's not Penn State. And she got more and more mad at me every time I would bring up Penn State. And she, eventually was like, Emily, you need to stop. Because if you don't stop and someone else around us hears you, you're going to get beat up. And I'm going to be beat up because I'm with you. And she was so scared that, we were going to get beat up because I kept bringing up Penn State. It was the funniest thing ever. I loved it. It was amazing. I felt really bad, though, because, it was a great game. But come on. You're rival schools, but you have the same lion and or the same roar and same everything. Everything was the same, I felt like. And I went to a Penn State game recently, and it was the same. I sat there and I was like, oh, it's the Pitt game. I don't understand. I don't know. I'm just weird, I guess. Who knows? But besides the similarities of the two games, I really, really, really enjoyed my time with her at the game. It was so much fun. We won, and it was great. And we even walked around Pittsburgh for a little bit, waiting for the bus, and I don't know, it was so cool. That was the first time I was really in Pittsburgh, and I want to go back so bad. I want to explore. It was so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of Storytime with MTV. Don't forget to come back next Friday for another episode, and I will see you then. Bye. So today's story is about whenever I first kind of started off on YouTube, which wasn't that long ago, but